check. Bitch. What about the game audio? It looks like that works. Fuck's sake, sorry about that. I forgot what I was even saying. Oh, yes. This bitch is Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Now I have to fucking... I gotta fucking do it all over again. I forgot all the shit I said. Alright, so this is Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Our goal in this game is to murder as many people as possible without losing their ability to think that we're cool. So they still have to think we're cool, but we gotta murder as many people as possible. I was showing you previously some stats. In the player stats, you can look at the crime. I was showing how many fuckers we killed. In this case, it was 9. 9 motherfuckers so far. So my score is 9. It's not very good. We've been slacking and we need to kill more people. So we're in Takov. Takov is home base. We do have to be very careful. And the more adventurous we want to be, the farther away we want to go from Takov, because this place is where we literally live, and if we fuck up this place, it'll be too far. Oh, dude, yeah, totally. Actually, looks like you're a bot, but regardless of whether you're a bot or not, if you want to go to the Discord, there's an open invite in the stream description. So just go there. You can get on Discord that way. Whether you're a bot or not, I don't discriminate. Actually, I very much discriminate against bots. You'll find that out when you try to get on the Discord. It doesn't let you on there. But in the meantime, I don't personally discriminate against bots, so you are good to go. So this is the first time in a while that Henry, as a player, has been going without a bunch of shit on his back. He's been like a fucking pack mule this whole time, trudging around with shit on his back. But you'll notice here, we look at his stats: 21 strength, 23 vitality. So we're good with the carrying of shit on his back. So we don't have to do that anymore. We can just fucking roll. So now he's fucking fancy free. And what we need is agility. Once we get to 11 points of agility, this game can't be simple. As you can see here, if you look over onto this side of the screen, right by where my head is, right there, it's fucking minimum agility 11 on this fucking sword. And I've got an agility of 8. So that's not gonna fucking cut it. And I need to get some agility. So the way to get agility is to sneak around, which is easy enough to do. Or you can fucking shoot people with bows and arrows. See, hopefully what we're going to see here soon is Bite Binge. I've got a hell of a show for you guys today, as well as this gaming with a simple co-host. You too can be exposed to 2025's dumbest humor. Truly exceptional for its unique qualities. I think I just got a free dude. Look at, there's just a dude standing here. I'm gonna sneak up on this bitch and then I'm gonna kill him. This is gonna be easy. I hope. This is, let's save here. Another kill gives us 10. That'll be 10 murders. That's what you want to see. And I don't know if I'm the only psychopath in this game, but I probably am not. I just know I'm not ashamed of it at all. Alright. Got stealth 7. Now we just have to haul this bitch to the tree line where it won't be seen. Strip it of all its clothes. Wash all of its clothes. Sell all of its clothes. Probably gonna be pretty hard for anybody to find this bitch in here. Beautiful. Alright, so now if I go to my crime stats, I should have 10 here now. Yeah. 10 and 20. Looking good. But we're just trying to get that score up, get the stealth score up, get the dexterity score up. A dog. It's like a whole lot of nothing around here. Some sheep, the dog. That guy might have been the man for this place. You're looking for your master. If he's who I think he is, he ain't coming home, bitch. Alrighty. Well, we're going north for no reason. Let's fucking go. Where's my torch? I had a torch. Do I have it not equipped or some bullshit like that? Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, so far 10 kills. That's a lot. Any serial killer would be impressed with 10. 10 kills, not having any reputation loss. Nobody fucking knows this guy's a serial killer. He's just a fucking bohemian psychopath. And I could have, to made it simpler, slept through the night. That would have been smart. The fuck is up, Oscar Mosca? Join us, one and all, bots and veterans alike, in the chat this evening, bitch. soon you'll be graced the stylings of Bite Binge. In the meantime, you're gonna see what a fucking psychopath I can be. Because in reality, I am a psychopath when it comes to this game. Gotta go top. There ain't much left other than that. You're going straight into the woods. I'll be goddamned. This map ends when you do not expect it to end. It's a pretty small map, to be honest. And there are some bugs with the way that the map generates its position. I think I'm going that way. Yep. That's it. Well, I'm fucking sprinting through the forest after a fresh murder. I do not have the blood washed off the clothes yet. The hell is this shit? Fuck out of here, you piece of shit. It just keeps fighting me. I don't ever get a chance. There we go. Got his ass. Piece of shit. Anybody else? I saw a second one. There it is, fucker. You look like a fucking coyote, you pussy. Fucking pussy. There it is, that bitch. Another one. Fuck yeah, schnapps. We fucking take everything off of all of these fucking wolves. I'm gonna get fucked up by a bunch of wolves. I better to fuck at least be able to eat. There's one more of these fucking stupid dogs. I hear more of them. I need more agility points, bitches. Come on. Let's go. I got all fucking day. That was a good eye, though. We don't want to go that way. We want to go this way. And whenever we gain a combat win, even if it's not against people, we want to do this intro outro save, which sucks, but that's just the way it is. Really want more dexterity. Also, rather not be nighttime. It's kind of too late though. I'm already fucking walking where I'm going, so having no idea what the fuck is out here. Can't be good though. I'm hoping to either kill someone or get laid here pretty quick. There's some boring fucking rocks. Oh, we've got someone. We don't know if this bitch is doable or not. We've got the wrong weapon right now. Our weapon is not compatible with us. So we fling it around very ineptly. It doesn't work the way it's supposed to. It's a problem. But I'll fix it. Maybe I can sneak up on this bitch. Oh, you poor bitch. No idea what's about to happen to you. You hear me? Nobody's even gonna find you or bitch ass out here. I don't even have to fucking bring you nowhere. You're just fucking dead. You aren't even gonna get me much money. Alright. Had $1 on her. Still, every soul counts. Basically, I'm just a murderer. I'll kill whatever. If you're alone, I'm gonna kill you. And then I'm gonna hide your body. And move along like I never did anything. And I'm gonna wash your clothes and sell them to the same dude who wonders why I keep bringing him washed clothes. Anyway, that was a victory, so that includes me needing to save. Surprised it was such an easy opponent. Yes, eventually the population of this game will be very low. Everyone will be dead. My sword is bloody, look at that. That's tight. Oh, hey. Civilization, guys. Fucking civilization. I don't know if they'll let us into that bitch. It looks pretty fortified, but we can go fucking see. Maybe there'll be some fucking sheep herders that we can kill on the outskirts. Gonna be chill tonight. There's a big fucking hill with nothing on it. Look at all that space. There's nothing to do the whole way up there. I just gotta walk up there. I guess I can run. Alright, I made it to Trotsky Castle. Looks like a piece of shit to me. Can't open it, it's closed. I knew it would be hard to get into. I mean, look at that bitch. There's probably only rich people in there. I'm pretty sure in the story we weren't allowed into this bitch either. Did I really actually discover a sharpening wheel? No, I didn't. It was in the walls. Son of a bitch! Well, at least now the Trotsky Castle is here for me to see. We could try to get in there, but I don't think we're gonna be able to. I think that bitch is shut tight, and that's just the way it is. Yes, Bite Binge, this is where I am. Find you on Discord, you bitch. I have to be very careful. See how quickly I can go into where our next area is. Very quick, but Bite won't be ready. Won't be ready for a while, so I gotta be careful. Ease him into this. How red my beautiful sword is. It's so red. Red from the blood of delicious villagers. There's something here. I'm interested in this. Light. Someone's gonna die, I think. Let's see what happens here. The hell, I hate it when that fucking bug happens. Oh, what the fuck is this? There's some kinda... This is a quest. I don't fucking know. This is some kind of quest. I'm actually supposed to be here, I guess. Vagrant's hut. Alright, you bastard. You're about to die. But this is a story guide. Mad stonemason. I mean, come on. I mean, yes, I want to kill this guy. Yes, I do. But I'll bet I need him for some shit. Afraid rules are rules, though. But there's definitely some quest associated with this bitch. You can tell.
Hey? Why are you showing that off? Pathetic.
Are you gonna be a bitch?
Go away with that thing. You're not looking to hurt me with that thing, are you?
I'm definitely thinking about it. You bitch. The fuck you got over here?
You're not looking to hurt me with that thing, are you? There. That's enough of that now.
Alright, so I can stealth kill him.
What are you waking me up for?
Fuck off.
Go away.
He does kind of look like BYTE. So, I'm in Discord now. See if we can get the BYTE binge call going. I missed the call. I've already missed the call. Apparently. Let's go now. Hello. My, audio is not working the way it normally does. Check.
What are you skulking around for, you crook?
Oh my god, you are pissing me off. I really was gonna let you live, because you look like you really are necessary. I'll be goddamned if I'm not gonna kill this guy. I'm skulking around this bitch. I aren't on it. It says I'm on it. It says you're on it. I'm not getting audio correctly. Unfortunately, this guy tried to get away. That wasn't gonna fucking work out. So I had to take him, you know, and put him over here. That one better not be the guy that does me in. Oh, I need to take his clothes. I forgot. guy got his keys. Now we can go get his shit. Alright, before we get his shit, I mean, standing around the scene of the crime is exactly what we need to be doing here. But let's get BYTE audio on here. Whether it's my issue or his issue, I don't know. But alright. There he is. I had to turn him down last time. He is computer audio is going through. Discord output device is my headphones. Input device is my microphone. Pseudo Shaman with the big fat fucking raid. That's what I'm talking about, Pseudo Shaman. What the fuck is up? Thank you for that fucking raid. We're having issues with BYTE's microphone as usual. It's one of those kind of fucked up things.
Because you know there's a...
Hello? I just heard you. Hold on, I'm putting you back. Hello?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, something is wrong with my headphones. Or, like, at least something's wrong with the headphones on Discord.
Something's wrong with the matter in between your headphones. There's this clump of matter that sits in between the headphones that you're wearing, and that's probably the issue right there.
Got it. Alright. Now we can bring you on in.
I don't want to hide in the bushes with you. As usual, you got me really loud compared to yourself. But whatever.
I can lower you. I actually made you up again. That's what I did.
Because you didn't understand what was happening.
Exactly. I didn't know what was happening, so I...
That's how the magic happens. I feel like I'm playing Metal Gear Solid.
There's a bunch of extra crap around you, isn't there? Yeah, there is.
Tried to move it a little closer, but... My headphones are bad. I just knocked it over before trying to do that. So it looks like it needs to go that direction more. Alright. I've done it. I've done a perfect job on setting up the green screen.
Excellent.
There's not one person on Earth that could say it was done incorrectly.
No, no one could ever say that. Is there something on top of you? It looks like there is.
You got something. Is it not up all the way? Hold on. No, I got it up all the way. Sushan was just playing this game too. I was tuned in while I was doing my retro stuff.
Nice. Fucking nice.
Tuned in. Let's see what happened. Oh, I'll give you some points that what happened on Pseudo Shaman's game. He slept in someone else's bed that used to let them sleep in his bed, and he got upset because all of a sudden he wakes up and they're like, "What are you doing? I'm going to call the cops." Because he's asleep in their bed in their building or whatever.
Yeah.
And he was confused about what the heck? Why can't I sleep in their bed anymore? And like the person's threatening to get the call the guards.
That happened to me in college. It is hard to grow up, but apparently this game simulates even that very well.
Well, you gotta either filter some of the back of me. Anyway, it's like a sliver. It doesn't matter, I guess. Who cares?
The back of you?
Yep, the illusion
Yes. There
being
you
ruined.
go. Okay. Alright, so let's play a tiny bit more of this, just because I've gotten through the effort of putting it in there. And then we'll do Dumpster Talk, which is a simple flip over.
Simple transition that can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong, exactly. I couldn't have said it better myself.
So I was trying to install Ultima 6 on my Atari system.
Yeah?
It has some writing errors, or it says disk read errors. I'm not sure. So, but I don't know if it's... All I know is the disk drive can load games. So the best thing I can think of to try is to... I actually bought an external disk drive that people make from like one of the last floppy disk drives that's compatible, that they do some sort of basic conversion to work for the Atari system. So it's basically a Teak brand floppy drive that's converted, I guess, the cables or whatever to work for Atari. So I bought one of that, but it costs like $110. Just so that I could rule out that it's, the floppy disk drive. Because I'm freaking determined to play this fucking thing. It's like a 3-year process, as you may know, of trying to play Ultima 6 on my Atari ST console. Starting from playing a disk image on my SD card, not working. Finally buying, a floppy disk version of the game. It wouldn't allow me to... First I tried it without a hard drive. But today I tried with a hard drive to install to the hard drive. It still didn't work. But I found this fascinating, though. Did you know that... I don't remember this ever happening on the IBM computer that I had. But the install disk for Ultima 6, it creates 4... If you don't have a hard drive to install it to, basically it has game data that I'm assuming it extracts or something and installs it on your hard drive. So if you don't have a hard drive, it'll extract and install that information on 4 separate floppy disks. So instead of the game coming with 7 floppy disks, it comes with 3. And then, out of the 3 of those floppy disks, they will write 4 additional disks that are needed to execute the game, for a total of 7 disks. But the first 3 disks are used to create 4 additional disks if you're not installing it to a hard drive. I've never heard of that before.
Yeah,
I was like, that is insane. That's crazy. I've never heard of a game creating 4 additional floppy disks from the install disk or whatever that you have to put in one at a time, which I went through the process. I'm doing. I'm like, I've never seen this in anything ever before. It's creating additional play disks because I told it that I don't have a hard drive.
Why did you tell it you didn't have a hard drive?
Because I didn't have one hooked up at the time.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm like, let's see what happens, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, well, we're gonna have to create these 4 additional disks. I'm like, what? Why didn't it just come with those 4 additional disks? And if that disk has the ability to create 4 additional disks, why can't it just use that disk that created the additional disk? Is it that's what I'm trying to understand. Do they have advanced zipping technology on those floppy disks that it could write information greater than what it's holding? You see what I'm saying?
We did have compression back then, yeah. It was pretty important, yeah.
But what's interesting is that the utility on the disk is capable of writing information that's greater memory-wise than what it came from.
Correct. Yeah, that's what compression does.
But I found that interesting because this is a 1989 technology.
Yeah, I know. Compression was even more important back then. Because there was less space.
But I found that fascinating because I've never had a computer program create additional executable disks because you're trying to run it without a hard drive. I'm like, that's crazy. I can't imagine. I've just always had a hard drive, right? I've never, when I was first had a computer, obviously I had a hard drive. I never had a computer without a hard drive, so I never came across this phenomena ever. But apparently they wrote these utilities to extract additional executable stuff because if you may not know this, but Ultima 6 is a huge game.
Yeah,
so you're not going to be able to run that on 3 disks. So it had some bizarre technology to create additional executables if you couldn't run it from a hard drive. And I found that fascinating. I've never heard of that. But the unfortunate part of the story is that the game didn't work, though.
I had one
That's the
computer
downside.
from Texas Instruments that didn't have a hard drive. It was a great computer. It did have a floppy drive. But
Like the small ones, the 3.5 or
no, they were the big ones. They were 5 1/4.
Because they call the diskettes floppy drives too, right?
Yeah,
Even though they're
you
not
can call-
floppy.
you can diskettes, you can call them floppy
People
drives.
call them floppy though.
Yeah, I know.
That's what's always confused me.
It's because on the inside the disc is floppy. It is confusing. I agree. They should have named them different things. But regardless, the 5 1/4s are what that old TI computer I had took, and that computer was awesome. I really liked it. But
Well, we had an Atari that didn't have a hard drive when I was like first born, and yeah, we would load floppy disks on it. I remember doing that because it's like back then what you had to do to get games to work. I don't think people who are much younger than us would realize the
No,
amount
no,
of
no.
effort to try to get a game to just play.
We had a tape drive, for God's sake.
Yeah, we had that too.
It was part of the process of playing these games was to load into memory. 'Cause it had so much memory we had to load in that we had to play a tape into the
Yeah.
computer in order to fill the RAM with the game because the game was too big to fit on the 5 1/4-inch discs. So you had to stick it on a tape. And there would
It's a
be
lot of
tape-
trees out there.
Yeah, there are. It's a fun game.
So
It
how,
is.
how do you rate this game graphics wise?
Graphics-wise, I would give it an 8 out of 10. It looks nice, but I mean, there's some things about it that obviously are not realistic. Like these flowers are all flat. That's fine. But I mean, it does the trick. I am immersed enough that I'm still playing it. If someone
Playing
went
this on
and
PC or
triple-
PlayStation?
PlayStation. If someone
Okay.
AAA'd this game and hired a bunch of people and made them flush out all of these assets here, like these
Hey,
fucking
can you
things.
share your library with me so I can play it? Because you bought a digital, right?
Yeah, I did. No, I can't share my library with you though.
Yeah, you can. We talked about this. I've done it with other people in mine.
Just let it go. Let that one go, man.
I told you it's a feature though, and I showed how they tell you how to do it on their own website. Because you thought no, it's pirating or stealing. They allow it. They obviously allow it. I'm like, it's a feature of the freaking plate. Sony allows it.
Yeah,
I showed you an
I
article.
will consider it. We have to do that offline. We do this every time.
I
while
know.
we're
I'm
on
not saying
Skype.
do it now. I'm not saying do it now.
We have to register each other and stuff.
We're having conversations,
Right.
and I'm thinking a way of not paying for this game and being able to play it because that's a very interesting conversation from my point of view.
Yeah, from your point of view, you should try to play this game without paying for it. I would definitely recommend that.
And I get to play on the PS5 Pro, so it's gonna look better for me.
Oh yes, you're not paying on the PS5 Pro. Will be even
They
better.
already got tons of my money. Sony did.
Yeah, Warhorse didn't though. They're the ones that need your money.
That's true. Can't argue that. I did try to give money. Clover Studios, who did Okami and Beautiful Joe.
Okay.
I bought Okami day one,
So
and then they went out of business like a year or two later.
I know, that's so sad.
Because Okami was a failure for them, and they put a lot of effort into it.
Okami was awesome. It was on the Wii, and I got it before you did because I got the Japanese version on day one, and
Yeah.
it was great.
I liked it. I played through all the whole
It was
thing.
very
I
well
loved it.
received in Japan, but not so
Not
much
here.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's what I'm saying. I helped give their company a chance to survive. I bought day one, and there's certain studios that literally go under if people don't buy day one or year one or
Yeah,
or
I'm
month
pretty
3
sure
and
I
stuff.
reviewed Okami as well. on the Smash.
Moose in a Cup
update.
says Okami is actually one of my favorite games. So stoked that they're gonna be making a sequel. They're making a sequel. That's news to me. I didn't know that.
To me too. I also didn't know that. I'd be happy to play Okami one of these nights again. Just like do a flashback, grab my Wii, play that bitch right here. I would do it. It's a long game though. It would take a couple nights.
But they've already made an HD version.
We couldn't do it dirty and half play it. We would have to beat it. I think if I speed run it, I could probably do it in 6 hours. I'm very bad. I'm not fast or good or anything like that.
But anyway, I did my part. They got my money year one, or day one, I mean. Year one, like it's Batman.
Hail.
Hail, bitch.
Look out.
Look out. What about me? I see.
I like that animation of him stepping over the stoop and then stepping on it. There's like small details of animation that are done really well in this.
This game has a very high attention to detail, actually. Like I said, there are overarching methodologies that I would not have done, like the sprites as plants. But yeah, they did a very good job of thinking about all this stuff. And alright, so this is my house. And
Are you gonna get it PS5 Pro? If it went down half price, would you get it?
yeah, if it was half price, yeah, I'd get it.
So $350 in your
Yeah,
end.
$350. I'll buy
But
it.
then you gotta get the disc drive.
Why do I have
Unless
to
you
get a
don't care
disc
about the
drive?
disc drive.
I don't care about the disc drive.
Really?
That's
Okay.
why I have a
Does your-
regular PS5.
Oh wait, you don't have a disc drive on yours now?
I do. Yeah, I have. I remember you made me buy the Elden Ring physical copy.
Oh yeah, that's right. I did, didn't I? Moose in the Cup says yeah, there's a teaser of it on Cap. When did they announce that or reveal or whatever? That sequel, the sequel that no one's asking for. Only because I'm saying that because
Well,
it
I'm
literally
asking
shut
for
down
it,
the.
I'll take it.
I know. I'm saying that though because it shut down the freaking studio because it didn't make enough money for them. So how could there be a clamor for them to make a sequel?
Like I said,
That's all
in
I'm saying.
Japan it was really well received.
Back then I read reviews and stuff, and it got such good reviews.
It was a
From all
very,
the American
very good
publications.
game. It was really good.
And I bought it. I went in day one. I bought it full price. Went home, played the whole thing. It's fun.
Oh, this one looks like this is
God
one
bless.
of those ones where I could take the kill here. She is my she's kind of my servant though, because she's this bitch's wife. She cleans up after me and stuff. I don't want to kill my own servant. Let's just find this bitch here. See what the fuck his deal is.
God bless.
I got. Oh, the rain went away. Can I get away with murder here? Probably not. Is it you?
Good day to
Me,
you.
Pipe Bench.
Good day.
What you are, Pipe Bench, yes.
Can you convince people to buy into a Ponzi scheme?
Probably.
Is that an option in this game?
In this game? No.
Oh, just in real life, you could convince people to buy into a Ponzi
Definitely, we could start a meme.
So you could
tonight.
Bernie Madoff like the world. And do you think you could do better
We
than
could
him
start-
and the
we could
FTX
start
guy?
Bite and bum coins tonight. And
And then
could
pull
pump
the
that
rug,
shit
right?
And rug it so hard. Yes, exactly. We just
Because
rug
that's the
that
new
bitch.
terminology is pulling the rug, right?
Yeah, you gotta rug it.
Hopefully.
Exactly. That is the quote unquote new terminology. I'm hip with the crypto boys. I know how to fucking steal people's money, yes.
I've got a very risky investment going right now.
Really? Tell me
Yeah.
about it. Yeah, tell me about your risky investment.
Mullen Automotive.
You're kidding. You didn't.
It's going straight down, but I figure I put some in the last trading cycle. I'm like, let's see if it pops. Let's see if it happens.
You're gonna pop now? It's gone down 5,000%.
I know. I have a stop loss of like $60.
A stop loss that you will lose, yes.
$60, yes.
Yeah,
Which I already
basically-
lost 50
why,
on the
why
first
don't
time.
you want
and
to
then
go
I'm
out
doing it.
for a nice dinner? Why do you want to put your money into that?
So instead of buying a lottery ticket, you know, I buy Mullen, right, with a stop loss of like $60 or whatever.
Yeah.
Which I already triggered. I've already done this and it triggered, of course. And then it continued to go down a lot. And then I'm like, let's do it again. Let's see if it happens.
You really
this
shouldn't
time.
do that, man. It's fucked. That's a fucked investment
Well,
to make.
Okay, well my loss is gonna be like $50 or whatever. So.
Yeah, you should take your fucking wife out to eat, dude. That's stupid. You're not making money off of that. It's very unlikely.
You know what I found out after? That like I don't know if he's the CEO or whatever, but he's been selling like tons of his stock, offloading it
Yeah,
in
I
the
would
market.
too.
I'm like, oh.
Shit.
And then what's funny is like the day I bought more of the stock, I found out he was assigned some more stock as part of his like plan that he has as an executive, and he immediately sold it for like immediately once he was assigned it. And I'm like, that's not good.
No, that's not good at all.
He like what? And he has zero stock in the company because every time he's given stock as like a high executive, he immediately sells it. And he's like, working. What kind of an executive does this? Like he
not
has
good.
zero stock when he's assigned any. In this case, you know, $10,000 worth. He immediately sells it right when he's assigned it, and he sold like 100,000 like in the last couple months.
It's
Like, that's not a
actually
good
smart
sign.
though to do that because that stock actually folds into itself, and it'll do 100 to 1 in reverse splits, and you'll end up not having stock if you don't have 100 shares of it. They'll just
Oh, so they just squeeze you out.
yes, exactly.
Not even one. Like
No.
they don't round up if
They
you had
don't. They
0.9.
don't. They squeezed me out. I had Mullen.
Oh, you did it?
I had put $500 into Mullen Automotive like 5 years ago, and I didn't take it out.
Oh.
I played it long. I told you and Will and Ryan that I was
I
going
don't
along
remember.
with it. It was that
I
long
don't
ago.
remember that.
Well, it's in our phone conversation.
I mean, I've been watching it as
That
it just continues to
$500
crater.
That $500 has become zero. They won't even let me get one share from that time anymore.
God.
So I don't recommend you do anything with Mullen Automotive. That's very stupid.
So what should I do on Monday?
Sell it immediately.
What if it? But
Doesn't matter. Sell it right away.
yeah, well, I've already got the stop loss in place, so
Why are you damned and determined to lose that $60? I don't understand.
'cause I just got a feeling.
Yes, actually, Pseudo Shaman, your complaints about the rain in this game are actually part of the Dumpster Talk show. Is this horse for me? Hello.
Someone left this horse for me.
Sick.
He's just there, huh? Is this the first time you got a horse?
Yeah. It's not my horse, though. Gonna get in trouble. You're gonna hate to see what I'm about to do.
What are you about to do?
Well, I mean, it's not my horse. I'm gonna have to take it into the woods and kill it. And
Why?
Cut its skin off and eat its flesh. What
Is
do
that-
you mean
I don't
why?
think that's
Otherwise,
an
I'm gonna
option.
get caught by the police. Come here, boy. I'm sorry. It's just the way these lands are. Bohemia is a rough fucking country.
That's an interesting transition to the open field of the forest. It's kind of like the foliage you can't see through, and then once you pass through it, then it enters in like a different game environment of the forest. You know what I mean? Why would you do this?
For the meat and the leather. It's not my horse. I'll get caught.
Are you the Joker?
Yes. Oh, look at all this great
Nasty
stuff.
Maddie asks, can you eat humans too?
Look at all this money I have now from this. Nice. Look at this. Look what I've done.
I do not condone this behavior. Why didn't you skin its head?
Well, unfortunately, we have to save the head for the king. sure did send him. We sent him.
So tell me, what's the negative consequence of riding the horse into town? What would happen?
The guards would be like, that horse belongs to Sir Wenson.
They would just know immediately.
They might.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
But the thing, what would be the odds of them knowing who that horse belongs to?
It depends on if that person is from town or not.
Okay, what if you went to 2 towns over then?
Then it wouldn't happen. Then you'd get away with it.
Okay, well, why didn't you do that then?
I wasn't willing to take the risk. I calculated it. I decided I had to put the old boy down. I'm sorry. But it's going to make some yummy...
I think it's just you're a weirdo, I think is what it is.
They gave us the choice to be smart in this game.
Just luring into the woods and skinning any human or animal you come across?
Yes.
You're like the It monster from the movie It. That's like what you are.
I told you I'm a psychopath in this game. There's something here.
Like, I could just imagine there'd be a scene in this game like where you're in the drain trying to like coax the little kid over to the drain.
If there were kids in this, I would totally be killing them as well. But there are no children. What are we looking at here? Okay.
If Bum asks you to go into the woods with him, don't do it, says Nasty Matty.
Yeah, for sure, don't. Now, the idea is everybody thinks that I'm a normal law-abiding citizen. Right? All this shit that I'm doing is, like, secret. Nobody knows I'm doing it. They're just people are slowly disappearing.
Can you hunt the deer?
Another.
Do you have a bow and arrow?
No, I don't have a bow and arrow. I'd love one. There's a dog here. If you even...
You're gonna run up and hit him with the sword?
Yeah.
You gonna skin him?
It's important that we cut him up.
So there's just some soldier wandering through the woods, doing sword fights with wild animals, skinning them, and then taking it back into the town.
I'm a noble. I'm not a soldier. I'm a fucking noble. Or at least that's how I'm dressed. I need to wash myself. And we need to sell all these clothes.
Do you recommend this game?
Yes, I do, actually. It's very fun.
So if you compared it to another game, is it like
it's like
Morrowind at all? But like with no spells?
It's like medieval Grand Theft Auto.
In first person, though.
Yeah.
You found a place.
Sure did. What the F is this? Gamekeeper Vostek. I don't think I can take this place down. There's probably 3 or more people living here. May.
What happens if you take her chickens?
Oh, I think I'd get in a lot of trouble.
But you're murdering people. What do you care?
Yeah, I'm murdering people and getting away with it. That is really the key. Is that so far nobody's caught me. My reputation, which is over here, is good with these people. There's no red reputation saying bad bum number 1, bad Henry. You suck because you murder too much. Because I've murdered the Cloak of Darkness. I would definitely love to end these people's lives. Archery! This is where we can steal a bow at the very least. Oh, this guy has a bow and arrow. I think I do need to kill this guy. Unless this guy's got something for me for free. I think I need to kill him. Huntsman's son, Vitek.
He doesn't notice you yet?
I think we need to try to kill him. Oh, there's someone right there that'll see me do the deed, though. She'll watch me do it.
You just killed both of them. How does he not care
What do you
about you
need,
being
my
there?
friend?
Shouldn't he be like, who the hell are you?
I'll have a look at the wares.
Does he not care you're covered in blood?
No, he does care. He does. The prices are worse because of that.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Huh?
So just
Nothing
because
here
you
like it,
find
sir.
someone covered in blood, you charge them more?
Yeah, let me go wash. You have a very good point. That'll help a lot. It's not perfect, but it's good.
What do you need, sir?
Now he's like, you know what?
Show me your wares.
You're an awesome dude. Man says I don't have this game, but apparently Twitch rewarded me alluring wreath for watching this stream.
Yes, yes. It's an in-game item I believe you can use. Congratulations, you bitch. I'm glad I could give you that. So, if I get a bow and arrow, I'll be able to kill people from far away. I want this old field crossbow to... I'm
just noticing in your requested games you have Deus Ex, Game of the Year. No other game scheduled yet. What is that about?
I don't know.
So I sent in my Dreamcast
I'd like to discuss the price.
to get
All right.
recap and
Understand?
stuff instead of doing it. Oh, sorry. No, interrupt your thing.
Do you accept? You won't convince me with this. Finally, a reasonable sum. I'm glad you found what you were looking for, sir.
Yeah, that's awesome. Alright, so I should now be able to practice archery.
Stop that whistling.
So how much money exactly do you think I'm going to make on Mullen Automotive?
I think you're gonna lose $50.
Let's see, what was my... Well, not with that attitude.
Attitudes do not affect stocks.
What about the Sega Genesis? It had more attitude than the Nintendo console, right?
It did. It did.
Although I will say, like, as a kid, I liked Sonic But as I got older, I realized I don't really think Sonic games are that good. I don't think they're particularly good at all, actually. I don't get it. It seems like there's no intelligence to the level design. It's just stuff moving fast.
Yeah, I unfortunately, the mystique of Sonic was there when I was a kid, and it's not there at all now.
Alright, well, I guess I'll go refresh my drinks then before we get started with
Yeah, I need a drink too.
whatever happens next.
Yes, it looks like shooting arrows into targets is not that great. We'd love to get this guy killed secretly without this bitch finding out. What would that look like? You ready to find out? You ready to find out what it's like to kill this bitch right here and now? I'm very willing to do it. Taking this bitch out of here. I will take all your clothes.
How come it's open? I could crack it. That's odd. Who opened this? I hope nothing's missing.
There's still some lady in here somewhere who needs to die. Suppose she's down here.
What is it? Why are you skulking here?
There you are.
What are you doing here? You aren't allowed here! Hand over the compensation, or I'll get the guards involved.
We can't leave her alive.
That would be terrible. That'd be cruel.
There we go. She's dead now. She had a bunch of money.
So what are we doing? We doing dumpster talker now?
We are definitely doing dumpster talk. Let me put this bitch into the fucking tree line, alright? I mean, I'll let you get your fucking drink. You can let me dump this bitch in the tree line.
But I already got my drink. My thing's done. That's the difference.
Yeah, see, I still have to dump this bitch.
Your thing isn't done, so there's a bit of a difference between those two things.
I still also need drinks. And obviously, we need to transition to dumpster talk, thank God. Thank God, because you guys were getting tired of me slicing the throats of all of the people I come across, which is what...
Can you put their body up on the target thing so that you could practice shooting the dead bodies with arrows?
Yeah, but then I'm gonna get caught. But yeah.
No, it'd be fun. You put the dead bodies, splay them across the target, right? And then you could practice hitting them in the throat with arrows.
I'm afraid this is the best I can do.
Oh, man. She has big breasts.
Yep, you could shoot them. I'm sure there's a way we could put them on the target, but for now we're just gonna drag this bitch off to the side over here where no one will ever see her. Except for her dead husband.
Oh, can you put... Oh. What's wrong with his neck?
I snapped it.
Yeah, but look at it. It doesn't look normal, right?
Yeah, I snapped his neck. That's how I killed him. I twisted it.
So is this game similar to Okami?
No. Okami is beautiful and artistic and poetic and kind of guided. And this is unguided and it's beautiful, but it's not a very poetic game. It's an unguided experience through medieval Bohemia. Alright, I'm gonna go get beer. We're gonna see what we can get going here for a dumpster talk. See if we can get a show going.
Yeah, I still don't... I see some... I don't know if I could do comparisons of what this game would look like on the regular PlayStation versus the other one, but all I know is when we played like Elden Ring, I could see frame rate issues when I came over to playing here on my regular PlayStation 5. But that game doesn't even... That's what's... I don't quite understand, but like not... A lot of the games don't have updates specifically for PS5 Pro. And there's a couple of games that I skipped that I was like, man, it's gonna be so cool to experience that on the PS5 Pro. And like one of them was because I never bought it or played it, Cyberpunk 2077. But then I found out like the CD Projekt Red, the developer, was like, no, we're not gonna do anything for the PS5 Pro, like nothing. Like they're just like, we're not gonna bother.
Sounds like them.
But it's like, why?
They didn't even
that's kind of
bother releasing that game in an acceptable state, dude. That game was a failure, in my opinion.
But isn't it good now after, like, it's kind of like No
I
Man's
have
Sky
no
where
idea,
they
but
finally
I
made
very
it?
doubt that.
My
Okay.
understanding is that after it being out for so many years, they keep improving it, and now it's a decent game. It looks good going around the city and stuff. But if they didn't even bother, if they're only putting the development time now to improve it on the PC and like 0% on the PS5 Pro, I'm not gonna bother to buy it. Got other stuff. I got a lot of other options. I got this game, Kingdom Come.
Kingdom Come's a good game. The first game was good. A little bit janky, but good. The second game,
You did something.
sure
Your
did.
scene did something.
Yeah, I know that. I'm switching over to dumpster talk, dude.
No. I mean, yes. I had a Visine thing over here. Where'd it go? There's like before I called you. And Visine, where is it? No. Now I'm gonna look again. Yeah, I'll be right back.
Yep. All right, talk
Hey, you
for
want to
me.
see me put Visine in my eye?
Yes. Thank you for that.
All right. Now, you know you're only allowed to put this in your eye so many times per day. Let's see. I'm gonna test this out.
Visine can kill you if you ingest it.
Why would you ingest it?
Why wouldn't you?
Really? Need to. How can it be out of space over here? That way? This way? This. This.
Okay, that is a lot of content.
All right. Now I just want to get my full microphone in this freaking shot. Cut off. There. Finally. Jeez. I'd rather have a little bit of the back of my chair cut off than the microphone cut off. Here we go. Visine.
Everybody pay attention to this mystical moment where the Visine enters his iris. But yeah, it looks like a pretty seamless transition here, actually.
Remember when you tried to do Jackbox and you had no audio for? Did you ever figure out why you had no game audio for that?
No, I could not figure that out.
I mean, I assume it has to do with the difference of you playing something on your PS5 versus your PC, and something about that was causing your audio issue, right? No comment. Got it.
Yep, I'm almost ready, man. Sorry. Right, and that's my image control panel. You are down here.
I found this chip protector recently.
Huh. Casino chip protector?
Yeah. From Caesars.
Interesting.
I found this somewhere.
Where?
I don't remember. But I really did find it. And it's like this metal chip protector thing from a casino. I have no idea the value. I'm sure it's not much, but I just found it.
Can't be very valuable. It's probably made to look very valuable so that you will want to use it.
Card protector, not chip protector.
Oh, that makes more sense. Those are cool.
So card protector is just you put it on your card so that if someone accidentally threw their cards onto yours, you could still have live cards. So the way it works is if you don't have card protectors on your cards,
it's like a paperweight. I know what it is.
So someone like in a casino, your cards would be considered dead if another player literally threw their cards onto yours. They obviously would be an asshole if they did it on purpose. But if they did it, your cards would be dead too, because now they can't tell where's their cards and where are yours, because they threw it onto yours. So the dealer has to muck you. Have you ever heard that rule?
Yeah, I have. I haven't.
And they can't. And the player can't say, "Oh, I had etc. etc." Like, no, the rules are that player is now mucked, which means you fold, like you're just auto folded. You go in the discard. So, you just have to take that loss. Like, imagine playing a high stakes poker game. Another player threw their cards into yours. They just wanted to, like, say mess with you. Like, oh, whoops, sorry, and then like you lost $5,000. Let's just say because they threw their cards into yours.
Yeah, I would probably sue them for that. Honestly. All right, let's get this bitch started. Might as well. We're already talking.
All right.
Motherfuckers, welcome.
Win.
Saturday fucking night.
And what time?
It's time for dumpster talk, bitch. I'm bum number 1, and this motherfucker over here is Bite Binge. The fuck do you have to say for
I
yourself?
am over here too.
He's a man of many words. A thinker through and through. As you'll see throughout the program, his insight
Bumping up my mic.
is infallible. His microphone is dullable.
You got lots of game systems in the trash.
We sure
I don't know why you throw away so many.
Well, actually, we dive for those. That's where we get the break room.
So you go
equipment.
behind like the Best Buy and circa 2003 and you're just seeing if there's any of this shit in there?
Yeah, this is just the back of the Funko. You know what I'm talking about?
Funko, yeah. Funko Land, actually.
Funko Land is where you'd go. You go back to Funko Land. You go back there to that dumpster. It may smell like cheese. but you're
I
gonna be
actually
getting
do
some-
remember when I was younger, the first video game exchange house I ever went to.
Someone's calling his
hold on.
ass.
Yeah, that's true. I'm just gonna see what
This
happens.
man is so fucking
I'm live.
popular. What's
Is
up,
there something
Jose?
you need
What
me
the
with?
fuck is up? You're right on time. We're about to start America
Okay,
and the
well,
world's
All right, well, I
favorite
have
talk
to
show.
temporarily leave. I will be back.
What? It's not America's favorite talk show anymore. Not without Bite Binge. What will we do? Motherfucker. I need to have some kind of fucking prepared bullshit for when he does this kind of horse shit. Which one of these fucking topics would be the one I want to talk the least about with Bite Binge? Man, I don't want to talk to Bite Binge about any of these motherfucking topics. God damn it. Well, do I have any stories from this week? I don't. Got nothing. It's been a boring fucking week. It has. This has been one of the most boring weeks that I can recall in the history of time. Yes. We're all happy that Bite's here and doing his part. I'm glad we started it. I'm glad we did the music and the intro and all that. It's probably not his motherfucking fault, though. So, unbelievably though, the Kingdom Come Deliverance. That's not Kingdom Come, that's Elder Scrolls. That's also Elder Scrolls. I'll be a son of a bitch. Well. Man, I mean, like, I could have just played Kingdom Come Deliverance during this part. But I don't know how quick I can transition. I bet I can. Because I don't want to sit here and wait either. I can't do it. Shit. I can't do it. That fucked up the whole thing just even doing that. Good lord, now I've got something to do. Shit. Well, I shouldn't have touched that. That was a mistake. I'm sorry about your sleep schedule. You're gonna fucking pass out right now to the soothing sound of my voice and the theme song playing again. It'll help you go to sleep. It always does. Gets me real relaxed, you know? Nothing else is acceptable when it comes to my relaxation. There was. Now you're probably fast asleep. Good for you. I really do need to find a way to play the damn PlayStation, but if I do that, I can't play the show. It really does suck. That is one of the issues that I've always had, and Byte doesn't understand about when you have two monitors and when you have one monitor on a workstation, what happens to all the assets on there. Right now, the show needs two monitors to have all the assets working. So if I reduce it down to one monitor, then nothing's in the place where it's supposed to be and things shut down. So that blows. It's time to drink, guys. There's nothing else to do. Let me see if I can get myself zoomed on in. It's been a while. There I am. I won't be able to tell if BYTE's back now, though. The bastard. This is definitely... It's more than an intermission. This is a drinking beginning. I wonder if it is a cancellation, is what I wonder. I hope that they're alright. That sounded somewhat serious. So hopefully that nothing shitty is happening. I may have to make the show go on without him as well. I don't know. Or I could just go back. I could just shut all this down and go back to Kingdom Come until he comes back. I was almost going to do that, but then I realized just how bad that would be. As far as how much work I have to do. But if I finish drinking this Shiner, I will definitely start playing games again. I don't know either, y'all. I'm surprised here. This was gonna be the hottest show of the evening. It still is. I believe in it. I still do. I believe in it. Well, if I truly believe in it, I need to be able to play the PlayStation. There's absolutely no... Alright, Gigaseed, I'm glad that that's what you would say. I would say sit on my fucking dick. If you were a fucking bitch and you were sitting on my fucking dick. That's my response. Alright, yes, every week somehow Bite Binge fucks it up and yet yells at me for fucking it up, which I don't do. Anyway, we're back into Bohemia. Bohemia, also known as Czechoslovakia, for those of you who don't know where that is. And the Czech Republic, there are many names. Many names for that land. It was once known as the Soviet Union as well. Alright, so all those bitches are dead. Got a bunch of shit for making bows here. Nothing I can take. Wait, he didn't have dick in there. Alright, we are gonna slaughter a bunch of chickens. With the blade.
That was the medieval edition of Dumpster Talk.
Yay! You're back.
Yes.
I didn't know if you were gonna make it.
I did, yeah. So, yeah, my wife and child got home. Didn't realize I was gonna need to go out there and do stuff, but I did.
It
and
happens.
It's
happens.
over.
Yep, it's over. Alright, so are we back ready to do the show?
I am. That should be it.
Alright.
Giga Seed thinks you're the best streamer of all time. Or at least objectively so.
Yeah, that's
From
what they
his
would
eyes.
say if they thought that.
Koziko is here, though.
Yes, yes. Koziko is the lifeblood right now of this particular stream.
Hey, Nasty Manny gave a condescending, sarcastic comment. Said, "Thanks for showing up, Bite. Good show."
Yes, that was because you left.
Fine, I'm insulted. I poured my heart and soul into the stream, and just to have the streaming audience make sarcastic comments about my dedication, and I'm not gonna put up with it. I think we need to put Nasty Matty on notice. Do we have a notice board?
We don't. We
Do
need
you
to
have a
make a
notice
notice board. We need to make a notice board. You're
We
on
put
notice,
Nasty
Nasty
Matty.
Matty. You're on notice.
Nasty Matty needs to be on notice.
He is. He's on notice. There's no board. You like where did you learn to fly before you, Nasty Matty? You have necessitated the building of infrastructure that was not present on the stream previously. Now we need a notice board because you're on notice. And we needed to fucking stop people from fucking flooding the Discord. Because that's what fucking where did you learn to fly did.
Well, some people get confused legitimately because like they can't get verified. I don't know when they complain about it, and I don't know if it's because you don't know what you're doing and or the verification system's convoluted. I have no idea.
No,
I don't know what to tell them.
It's because they're using a VPN or because they are. Where did you learn to fly?
Oh my God, there's so many of him.
Exactly.
By the way, we got to see him in my stream because I didn't block him, I guess, on mine.
You didn't exactly. You did not block him, and he was there with his.
He was
claws
rebranded.
There. He was
ready.
rebranded.
He was rebranded, wasn't he?
No, he was just regular old. Where did you learn to fly?
No, but I'm saying he's rebranded. Like he just instead of his normal content, he went to PG and left it there.
Yeah, I
Trying
didn't.
to-
I didn't.
I mean, he didn't like self-sabotage it. Let's just put it that way.
All right, that's good. Yeah, yeah. I mean, he's banned from here, but yeah.
What is this? Skunk head people?
Oh yes, yes. It's the show. Remember the thing where we.
Is this
talk
dumpster
about...
talk?
Yeah.
Does this happen on this show?
Yes, this is dumpster talk. Yes.
Okay, so there's a time where me and you were wearing skunk ears and we were covering each other's face with mosaic over it.
Yes. Unfortunately, this is another culture, so her face is covered. But this is New Zealand. You're looking at New Zealand. New Zealand is a small country near Australia. They speak the Queen's English.
What about Fly the Concords?
They do that. Yeah,
They're
they
big.
They made that show. They made a couple of other short shows.
They're a
as well.
novelty band and a TV show. You wish you were
Yes.
them. How I wish I was Flight of the Concords. We're just two lost souls swimming in a fishbowl year after year, running over the same old ground year after year.
Okay.
Have we found the same old fear? Wish you were here.
So anyway, apparently, the identity crisis in public schools worldwide has reached another level.
The schools don't even know if they're a school anymore.
The schools don't know what they are. They think
They
they're
don't know what they
libraries.
are.
Some of them think they're banks. It's fucked
And the
up.
kids just stream into the vaults. They're just like, come on in, kids, to the vaults. And they just lock them in. Like, I think this is what we're supposed to do. And they turn the giant thing in the vault. And like, there's some juicy juices in there, I think, if they know how to drink
There's a
those.
Capri Sun somewhere in the back.
Yeah, it's kind of difficult to get the straw on the Capri Sun, so they might die because they don't know how to get the straw through the little thing.
The straws
in the
are
Capri
such a
straw.
bitch in the fucking Capri Sun. I mean,
They die of
goddamn. I
thirst
mean, they made
because they
those
can't figure
motherfucking
out how to
things.
get the straw in.
I mean, I know 21-year-olds that get too drunk to be able to put the fucking straw through those things. It's seriously complicated work.
It is complicated. It's got the angles got to be right.
Yeah, I mean that's not a child's task. Yet that's a task given to children. All right. So anyway, this bitch here. Her name is Miss Purr, and she identifies as a cat. She hisses, licks her hands, and wears cat ears all the time. This is a picture of her. Now, obviously, the law in Queensland is that you blur the face. So, her face is blurred.
Well, you have to be like convicted, I think. You have to be like convicted to show their face or something.
Well, I mean,
Can't be
she's
just
not,
alleged.
She's not charged with a crime. That's just the thing.
What?
No, she's just a teacher that identifies as a cat. And the school is investigating.
Can
right
cats
now.
talk?
No, they purr and they lick themselves and hiss.
Okay, so she doesn't talk during the whole class.
It doesn't say that she doesn't talk during the class. It says she identifies as a cat. Anyway,
Does that make treatment for cancer is a lot less,
what
right?
would you
Because,
do if
you know,
you're
the
if
vet
you're
costs less than human doctors. So if you're being treated for feline leukemia, that could be like a life hack, right?
well,
that
that's
could be a
probably
life
what
hack.
she's doing. It's like Breaking Bad. This is
Okay,
all.
so
There's
she
there's a
found
whole
out she
under-
had cancer.
yes,
so, like,
and
leukemia.
and her
So, but she decided the best way to get treatment is if she identifies as a cat, goes to a vet for feline leukemia, and gets treated as a cat, which is far less expensive than treating a human. But they have to because she identifies as a cat. Man, she's hacked life. She's a genius.
yes. It's just that in Queensland, healthcare is free. So
Oh, wait,
it's
you're
like-
saying the premise of my joke is
yeah,
invalid?
your premise is invalid just because that would be hilarious if it was America, but this is New Zealand.
Well, I feel like I found a life hack for all of the people watching this stream to follow, which is getting treatment for cancer as a cat is much less expensive as getting treatment for cancer as a human being. So therefore, you should identify as a cat to get treatment for cancer. You should. It's far less expensive than as a human.
These are the
So,
advice. This is the
life
advice
hack.
we give you here at
It's a
Dumpster.
life
You
hack.
only can find that at Dumpster Talk. You're not gonna find that shit on Saturday Night Live. You're not gonna find it on Jay
They don't
Leno.
talk about feline leukemia at all on Saturday Night Live.
No
I
one
don't
gives a
think.
shit about feline leukemia except for us. Next, our favorite stock, GameStop, continues to shrink.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Mullen.
Oh, Mullen is not my favorite. My God, you're an idiot. But anyway,
Okay. Oh wait, Moose in a Cup has a comment about their last topic. I actually work in the animal field, and feline leukemia is a virus that can be spread between cats. There's a
100
vaccine for it.
100%, it's true. It's a virus. It's not actually like normal cancer. It's fucking weird. Anyway, fucking GameStop selling off operations in France. 332 stores closing in France and Canada. 203
Oui.
stores closing in. Yes, we in both
Je-
situations because both of those countries speak French. This is all
Pardonnez-moi,
part of Trump's
monsieur.
plan to take over these countries as American states. Can't have GameStop in there before we take them over.
Je ne travaillais pas
You suck at French.
pour le
You're
GameStop.
probably just saying nonsense, the same stuff you do
No,
in
no,
Japanese.
no. Je parle français très bien.
You do not speak it well
parce
at all.
que-
You speak
parce
it
que-
like garbage.
J'ai étudié français pour 6 années.
You didn't speak it for 6
J'ai
years.
étudié français à l'école.
Hey, you can eat my coal.
That means I studied French at the school. No, à l'école et la université.
All right, so these casualties of all these GameStop come just on the heels of Germany and Ireland's GameStops closing as well, and they are further going to reduce GameStop's global presence, which is now going to be limited to the U.S., Australia, Italy, and ironically, New Zealand.
Well, what does Roaring Kitty have to say about all this?
Well, I don't know. That's actually what I was hoping to get your perspective on. What does Roaring Kitty have to say about all of this?
I thought Roaring Kitty moved on to pets or Chewy.com.
He might have.
Right?
He might have.
I thought Roaring Kitty is now all in on Chewy.
He might be.
Giving
Is
up on
that the case?
GameStop.
I don't know. I'm asking you. I'm not.
I'm telling you, he's moved on to Chewy.
Oh, okay. All right. Good. Are you gonna
Now he's
invest in
pushing
Chewy?
Chewy as his
Why don't
main
you?
thing.
Why don't you sell that fucking Mullen of yours, you dumb shit, and put it into Chewy? Why not?
Well,
Why don't you
I
do
mean,
yourself a
that's such
fucking
massive
solid?
losses with my double $50 losses on Mullen. But what if it pops? What if Mullen pops on Monday, and I say in your face, and I text it
Nothing
to you?
is going to pop 5,000% and give me my money back. It's
I
not
could
gonna
double
happen.
my money, maybe. It could pop.
Fucking Baldur's Gate.
So,
Yes.
so GameStop though. I was gonna
Okay,
say.
I'm sorry. I didn't know you were still on this. That's great. I'm
Just
glad
to
there's more
recap
to
for
say.
people who don't know the history of GameStop, is you made a bunch of money on the freaking
I
Roaring
made
Kitty,
$10,000.
the original, on the original Roaring Kitty phenomena. At the same time, I guess Bum wasn't telling me stock advice at the time. It wasn't happening, so I'm watching this fucking monster happen at GameStop. You know, I got money, and you know, I'm like, you know what? There's no way at $98 a share, which is ridiculous because it's worth a fifth of that. There's no way it could continue to climb, so I shorted GameStop with what's called an option,
A put option.
put option. Yes, $1,000, and then I lost. That option was obviously gone because like it kept going up to like $130 a share, 140. So that option was going to be worthless because those options only have an execution date. If you guys don't know how options work, you have to exercise the option within like what 3 weeks, 2 weeks, something like that usually, right? Depending on the option you buy.
Yeah, actually, the term
it's common-
the term can be years. It's called the strike date, and
I
when that happens and you strike price, it depends on
I
the
don't think
terms.
years
of
is
your
common.
contract.
Those are weird. I don't think those are
Oh,
common
they're
contracts.
common. In fact, no, they're common. Almost
For
every
GameStop,
almost every option writer will write it, and definitely they will write it for GameStop. Yeah.
well, whatever. So affordable. If you
I
want
had
to
a
make
Mullen.
big money,
I had a Mullen option that was 2 years long. You know what happened to that, right?
you made money, right?
Oh, I made so much money. Yeah.
So you're saying I have a chance. You're saying I have a chance, right?
With the
On
Mullen?
Mullen.
No, you don't have a chance.
So
You have a
guys, if
chance
you
to
see
lose your
Mullen,
money.
if you go on your stock application of choice and you see Mullen popping on Monday, just know that Byte Binge is having a good day, because no matter what happens on Mullen on Monday, if it goes down, it's gonna automatically sell. But if it pops on Monday, I'm winning, doing it. But anyway, so back to the story about GameStop. So I lost. I did it 3 times. I tried to short it, lost.
It kind of reminds me of this Mullen situation.
So then I was like, you know what? I got to try again. I
Except
tried to
that
short it
this
again,
time I'm
lost
here
it.
to tell you you're making a stupid choice.
3rd time, I'm like, it's at like 180 a share of GameStop. I'm like, there's just no way I can keep doing this. I shorted again, lost that too. So I just lost like $1,000 within like a month and a half period or whatever it was. And I was like, fuck. And I gave up, obviously. I'm like, I'm defeated. I just fed money into the Roaring Kitty machine. I just fed money into it. But you know what? You know who profited off of my folly? This guy right over here, which is fucking bum number 1. He
You're
took my
pointing the
money.
wrong direction, bitch.
Okay, he took my money. Well, okay, yeah, he took my money.
I took his
This guy
money
over
and
here,
then some, yeah.
this fucking guy took the money that I shorted. That's the way this game works. That, believe it or not, the shorted money goes to the people who are holding. That's what happens. It really does happen. Can you explain that? Because it's kind of weird. So how is the people shorting, like through stock options, like put options, how does that money funnel its way back to the holders? How does that work exactly? Why does it happen? Give me the logistics of that.
Of a put option?
Yeah, but how does it funnel back to... How does it... let me put it this way. How does it people shorting it, losing on their short positions, give you the gain as a regular stockholder?
They don't. As
They
a
don't?
regular stockholder, when you short stock, you are in debt stock. You're not in debt money.
No, but I'm saying you. I'm talking about me playing against you as a option put holder,
Uh-huh.
and I lose. How does that money make its way to you as a regular holder when I lose on that position?
When you have an option contract, your shares go into someone else's hands. They aren't yours anymore. So at that point, your shares go into the put holder's hands. And if they exercise the contract, your shares are gone, and you get your premium, and that's it. That's how that works.
I didn't answer at all the question I asked.
Okay, so when you make a put option, if you're doing cash covered puts or whatever you're doing, they're very risky. I wouldn't do it. You can make a premium on them though. When you do that, if they exercise the option, that means that at that point you owe them the stock, which means you have to pay them the stock.
Yeah. But how's my contract expiring unfulfilled as a put option holder? How does it give you money as a regular stockholder? That's what I'm asking.
It doesn't give me money as a regular stockholder. As a regular stockholder,
I thought there was a correlation between those relationships.
between short selling and then anytime someone short sells, it's a sale. It's a sale, so it'll make the price go down.
Yeah, that's what's called when a stock is overly shorted, it makes it difficult for the stock to go up, which is what has happened to GameStop in the... I feel like I'm trying to ask this question. I've heard it explained before,
as well, yes.
which is like when there's a traditional short, first off, right? So what's the difference between a traditional short and a put option?
A traditional short is you borrowing shares. A put option is you borrowing 100 shares and having the option to borrow those shares, but you don't have to.
So it's like a like the way I've always thought of it. It's like a coupon for shares.
Yeah.
Free
for borrowing
this
shares.
amount of shares for this whatever.
You
it's a
can
contract.
borrow this amount of shares for this price.
Right.
By
So
this
you're just-
date. It's just
So you're just selling a contract, not exactly the exact shares.
Exactly. You're never selling those shares. You are not touching any of that. Have you exercised a put option before? I doubt that very much.
Of course not. No.
So no, yeah, you don't have. I don't know if you even have the money in your account to exercise a put option, but it can cost a lot to do that. And
Yeah, I know. I've seen. Yeah, I've talked to people who had enormous options, and they're looking at exercising it, but for them to exercise, they'd have to have tens of thousands of dollars.
Exactly. And then you get your profit, but you need the money to do the exercise. It's for real. So yeah, it's better to sell the contract if you're in that kind of situation where you don't have the money, but you're gonna end up not getting as much. You'll
So that's the way that's the way the world works, which is the people with the money could buy just contracts, and they exercise those contracts because the person holding the contract cannot exercise it. So they're literally just making money off the fact that you don't have the money to exercise your own contract. So they're getting a discount on your contract, which is worth exactly the same, let's say minus 10%, that they're getting over you because you don't have the money to back it up to actually exercise it, to sell it.
Yes.
Kind of crazy.
It is.
But anyway, so part 2 of the GameStop saga is that when it happened again, I did this time try to buy it as a legitimate owner. This happened in was it 2024, right? Last year.
Yeah.
Roaring Kitty came back.
He did.
So there was a couple spikes. He started posting memes a lot and videos. Some of them based off of Fight Club, if you like that movie, which I love that movie, by the way. David Fincher. Written by Chuck Palahniuk. That author's really good. Recommend it. Read Fight Club. Read Survivor. Choke. Good movie. I mean, not a good movie, good book. The movie's not that good, honestly, but the book is really good. Choke. Have you ever seen the movie Choke?
No.
So it's not a good movie, but the book is really good. So the concept is there's a guy who fakes choke, or actually forces himself to choke in restaurants all the time. And so basically he's a con artist. Okay? So he found out that there's a con game you could do where people, if they think they saved your life and you try to befriend them, and then you tell them about the problems you've had in life, or you need money, they're more likely to help you because you faked your own death and they saved you. So it's they feel like now that they've saved you in a restaurant because you were fake choking, but you really were. Thing is, he really would choke and have something. So you kind of learn to get something wedged in his throat, and he'd be and someone would help him, and you'd cough it up. But then he found that was a perfect way for a mark in the con world, right? To then push them for additional things because they just helped him. They just saved his life. So now it creates this bond with the person. So now you're more likely to win in your con game because they think they saved your life. So now they feel responsible for your life. So now when you try to con them for additional things, they're more likely to be receptive to it. That is the concept of the book. It's kind of a crazy concept, right?
Crazy, yeah, that is.
But if you think about it, it makes a little bit of sense, doesn't it?
It does. It makes sense. It's wild. So fucking Baldur's Gate 3.
Let's move on to the next one.
Been a minute since I've played this game. How about you? When was the last time you fucking kicked this bitch
Last time I played was split screen with my wife.
Nice. How awesome. Well, you should be pleased to know that there's a massive patch coming out. It's patch 8 with 12 new subclasses coming. 3 of them being
12 new
right now.
subclasses?
Yes. 3 of
what
them
is a
released.
subclass versus a regular class?
It is a College of Glamour Bard, or a Path of Giants Barbarian, or a Death Domain Cleric, or a Circle of the Stars Druid.
So creating a new character, there's more options?
Yes, exactly. More
when is it
abilities,
coming?
More. When it hit. It hit just now.
Oh, okay. When did it hit?
Just now, this week. So.
Just now, to this hour, last 2 minutes? More Goblin Wives.
Larian Studios just made this announcement, so it should be out. You should be downloading it, or you should have already downloaded it.
I own this game on the PS5.
Too. Of course, so do I. Yeah, it's great stuff. It's a great game. But anyway, Just thought it was worthwhile news to bring up that this motherfucker got it got upgraded again, and it will be getting 8 more subclasses as well.
Larian Studios put out PS5 Pro patch, so thank you guys for doing that.
Yeah,
because
thanks,
sometimes
Larian.
I feel like I don't get the PS5 Pro love. Like these other some studios are just like, you want a PS5 Pro? Fuck you. That's what they said to me. Like they look at me in the eyes. I'm like, hey,
Fuck
you guys
you.
gonna put out PS5 Pro patch? And they look at me and they go, fuck you, Bite Binge. We don't fucking care about you and your PS5 Pro. And I'm like, what? Why? But that's what they tell me. And then they look at me in a very menacing way, and I feel very uncomfortable. And that's what CD Projekt Red did to me, the people who made Cyberpunk
Red Hook games,
2077. Yeah, they're like, we're not giving you a fucking patch. Fuck you, Bite Binge. I'm like, why did they call me out specifically? That's really weird.
They just got it out for you. They don't like you. Well, here's a site I'm sure you've seen more than once. Fucking eggs. Price of a
Or
fucking
lack thereof,
human
actually.
appendage. Yes, lack thereof, indeed. Some bullshit going on with these eggs, but that's not what I'm actually going to talk about right now. 100,000 eggs were stolen from a truck in Anthem Township, Pennsylvania.
That sounds hard to do.
I know! There are no leads. Okay, so Megan Fraser was the cop on the scene. And she said, I've never heard of 100,000 eggs being stolen. And the police are seeking tips from the public.
I think, you know what? I think it was George Clooney and Brad Pitt. And I think it was probably also, she played Erin Brockovich. What's her name? She's from Georgia. I'm blanking on her name. Very famous female actor. She's in Pretty Woman.
Julia Roberts?
Julia Roberts, yes. Because she was in Ocean's 11. Because, you know, she's from Smyrna.
Good for her.
But in any case, I think she was involved, probably George Clooney, Brad Pitt, and they all did a heist, and they stole 100,000 eggs.
Exactly.
It was a very convoluted
like the
heist.
logistics of this. Okay, so here's how I'm reading this. Okay, everybody's got their own hot take on this fucking egg situation. Mine is, I think that they're going for the insurance scam. I think those fucking eggs are somewhere. They hid those fucking eggs. And no one's going to find those fucking eggs. And they're going to get money from insurance. And 100,000 eggs right now is worth like $700,000 or something like that. Or maybe $100,000. Because, yeah, it's not $1 each. Or,
It's like 50 cents each.
Yeah, they're like 50 cents. See, it's like $50,000. I think they're going for an insurance scam, if anything. But so far, there are no motherfucking leads. What do you think happened with this fucking 100,000 eggs being stolen from this truck?
I mean, I already told you. Brad Pitt.
Oh, yeah, never mind. Yeah, you did. You mentioned the oceans. Yeah.
So I found out something interesting. So, do you know who Eddie Izzard is?
Nope. Never
Famous
heard
stand-up comedian, British comedian. Eddie Izzard. Eddie Izzard. You never heard of Eddie Izzard?
I mean, I might have if I listened, but no.
Interesting. If you really have never heard Eddie Izzard, like if that's true,
It is.
do me a favor. You should really listen or watch Dress to Kill, which is a stand-up act. He's a stand-up comedian. All right, Dress to Kill. It's one of the best stand-up acts of all time. Only because he's British, so he does like history. He's a transvestite, but now he's a transitioned woman. But he's also a dramatic actor. He's been in multiple TV shows. He did a movie called
She?
Shadow the Event. He's a
She?
He's a she now. Yeah.
So she did all this. Right?
Yeah, but I mean, yeah. So
Okay.
back before the transition, it was she was a he.
But you're talking in the present tense now, and you just said she transitioned, and then you just start.
He transitioned to a. I mean, come on, don't try to pull this bullshit.
Say this shit, why don't you just
don't pretend like.
Don't even
if
mention
you use the
it
wrong
if you can't
terminology.
use the wrong if you can't use the pronouns correctly. Don't even fucking mention it.
You know what? We should just never talk about anyone who ever transitioned, because if anyone gets it wrong, they're a bad person, right? So let's just never talk about. We should just never talk about anyone who transitioned, because if you get it wrong and you mess it up, then you're a bad person.
I think we should
just
talk
ignore
about
all
it,
conversations and realities involving
transition
people. That's what you're saying.
String them up by
so you're
their
saying
nutsack.
just pretend these people don't exist.
No,
because it's safer. It's safer to just pretend
I think
people who transition don't exist, because then you'll never be
Gillette
labeled someone who doesn't understand or got the wrong pronoun or use the wrong he, they, or use the wrong preposition
and
or use the wrong
bitch up into a tree.
Past tense, future tense, present tense. Yeah, that's exactly what these people want, is you to freak out about whether using past tense, future tense, present tense. You're right. You've got it. You got your thumb on the pulse of the nation, bum number one.
I do. I have my thumb up the butthole of the nation.
No, fuck you.
I do.
I'm not even pretending anymore. Fuck you.
Right up the butthole of the nation.
Anyway, next story.
Yes, the next story is
anything else.
The next story is thankfully about something that we both own. It is another video game update. This one for Grand Theft Auto on the PC, nonetheless.
It's never coming out.
No, it's for Grand Theft Auto 5 on the PC.
Well, who the fuck cares about that? Why are you leaning so far forward that your face doesn't exist in the
I
scene?
cannot find the Grand Theft Auto 5.
Well, you realize you're leaning so far forward, your face is not even in the scene. So maybe move your monitor closer to you. Just saying.
No, I mean, it doesn't matter, man. Grand Theft Auto 5. It's doing a free PC upgrade, guys, but I don't have a picture for you. I'm sorry to say. So that's going to take all the stuff that they put on the consoles, the ray tracing and the loading optimizations and the Dolby Atmos audio and stuff, and new cars and the Halo special cars and all this extra shit. It's all
Speaking of Halo, are you going to play Halo on the PS5 with me?
Yeah, I'll definitely play that.
That is going to be so awesome. What if we break the space-time continuum because we're playing Halo on a PS5?
I think that would be great.
What if space and time folds in on itself because there's not supposed to be Halo on the PlayStation, and the aliens that watch over the human race have been waiting for such a conundrum or an inverse operation to occur? It's so actions that are so counterintuitive and so against each other, but they're executing at the same time. But Halo being run on a PlayStation 5 makes space and time fold in itself, and everyone falls into it like a giant black hole. What do you think?
Can't wait. Sounds like a fun ride. So
hopefully I get a multi-kill.
You may recognize this strapping young fellow and his triangular bottle of perfume. Called
Is that what's his name? Dorsey, who was the creator of Twitter. Jack Dorsey, right?
Sure, I don't know.
Is that Jack Dorsey?
I don't think it is.
Have you heard? Can I mention something? Because I brought this up. I'm going to completely divert your story. Do you mind?
Go ahead. I hear a cat.
So, have you heard this new theory that Jack Dorsey, the creator of Twitter, is Satoshi, who created cryptocurrency?
I did not hear that theory. It doesn't make sense because.
Look it up, just in Google.
I'm not gonna look it up.
Type in Dorsey, Satoshi theory. I'm telling you, there's a new theory coming up, and a lot of people are publishing it, that think that the guy that created Twitter, his name is Jack Dorsey, is Satoshi, the guy that owns like $100 billion
Of
in
Bitcoin.
cryptocurrency that no
Why
one's
would
ever
they
used.
why would they sell their Twitter to Elon Musk?
We'll type it into Google. I'm telling you,
It sounds like bullshit to me.
I'm gonna Google it. I'll read you some
heaping
headlines
scoop of
because
bullshit.
I don't think you're gonna. I don't think you're gonna type it in. So
I'm not. No,
my keyboard's having
I have a
issues.
show to run here. I don't.
Okay, well then I'll be your fucking Jamie.
You
okay?
have to be my Jamie. You have to.
Dorsey Satoshi. Okay, here we go. Is Jack Dorsey Satoshi Nakamoto? No, why? Okay, let's see. What's the best publication that said something about this? Crypto News. Is Jack Dorsey the real Satoshi Nakamoto?
Why don't you
Here's
talk
the clue.
about the Hawk 2 girl?
Is she?
far
What
more.
is she? What if she was the real Satoshi Nakamoto?
She is the real Satoshi. That is exactly what's
That could
going
happen.
on. She is the real Satoshi. They've got you all fooled.
But anyway, if you go even okay, so Yahoo has written about it. So let's see what Yahoo said.
Talk to.
So I'm just saying Yahoo has written about it, so it's somewhat mainstream. Well, they say they dive into it. Anyway, have you ever? There's an HBO documentary where they try to look into who was the real. Do you find that a fascinating mystery? By the way, I want to go into that. Do you think it's an interesting mystery about who is the guy that created the original Bitcoin?
Yes,
Satoshi Nakamoto?
It's the Hawk 2 girl, and yes, I think that's fascinating.
But isn't it very strange that we live in this world where this most up-and-coming currency, right, is created by someone who owns a large percentage of it, has never moved it, sold it, used it, but it exists as like the center of this currency. And if they executed it, they could crash like the entire, like in terms, let's say sell it. They own so much of it, but they're not moving it. They're just sitting there. But they own like $100 billion worth of the cryptocurrency, right?
Right, yeah.
But it's just sitting there doing nothing.
Right.
That's really interesting. That's
Yeah.
a pretty interesting thing, right?
Yeah, interesting, and I'm glad my money is not in it. So anyway, Eau de Pochon, this in time for Valentine's Day. This delicious fragrance from Domino's
It's past
Pizza.
Valentine's. It's not in time for Valentine's Day.
It was released in time for Valentine's Day.
Okay, well you should have said that.
I did say that, you twat.
You should think more before you talk.
Oh, I think you should think more before you respond.
I think, therefore I am. So fuck you.
Sure.
That's what Shakespeare said.
That's what Descartes said, you fucking twat. Anyway.
I think it was Shakespeare.
It was Descartes, you stupid fuck. Jamie, look that up. Enjoy that one. Anyway, this is a fucking perfume they made that smells like fucking pepperoni pizza with notes of spice, pepper, and a woody base. Initial test showed that the grease, when sprayed in the area of the undercarriage, left women...
Is that your armpits?
No, that's not your armpits. That's your nutsack. It left women wanting a cheesy bite. Are you interested in this product? You gonna buy it? You gonna be the next?
I've already bought 5 of them.
Damn. Can I get on the action? Can I buy one off of you?
Oh wait, are they worth a lot?
Yeah.
Tell me about it. Is it like buying Mullen stock? I have a giant upwind of cash coming my way. It's just as good as buying Mullen stock, right? I feel like owing Eau de Passion from Domino's Pizza has got to be at least as good as owning Mullen Automotive.
Why in the hell? And yes, it's gotta be as good as that. Why the hell do you want to own Mullen Automotive? They don't have anything that you want. They're just gonna suck up your money.
Well, but they need it, right? Just like Clover Studio needed it. I'm helping them out.
You're not helping them out. You're selling. No, you're giving someone else who was fooled into buying their stock money for stock that's not worth anything. That's what you're doing.
If I made, okay, so if I made $300 on Monday, will you give me $100?
Why the fuck would I give you money if you made money?
Only if I make $300 off my investment. I'll screenshot it and show it to you. It's like gravy on the train, right?
That is where
You put gravy on the train. That's a good time, I think, right? Anyway, you can move on with your story. We don't have to talk about Mullen anymore.
God.
No one cares anyway. They don't even know what that is.
I cannot find this for sale. It is very hard to get. So.
But does it actually have value now?
Yeah. It does. Good luck. Good luck getting a bottle of it.
Why would I want to have this?
Because then you too could smell like pepperoni pizza downstairs, where it counts.
Are you talking about my dick?
Yeah, I'm talking about your fucking sausage down there. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Pepperoni pizza?
Hell yeah, with Woody hints.
Woody Harrelson? It smells like Woody Harrelson?
Speaking of Woody hints, the Make-A-Wish Foundation is working with Bethesda to create a character for Elder Scrolls 6. And you can start
I'm in the game?
You can put yourself in the game, yes. There's a silent auction right now, starting at $1,000. It's currently at $4,000 at this moment. It's still going. The proceeds benefit Make-A-Wish Mid-Atlantic. And you don't have to be a cancer survivor to have your custom NPC put into Elder Scrolls 6. It's going to happen.
What if I have leukemia?
Even if you don't have leukemia, your money will go to do the wish of someone. And if their wish is to have a character put into Elder Scrolls 6, what will happen is Elder Scrolls will take all the money and keep it. You see how that works?
So what if you befriend the person who's going to have their character put in this game and you invite them out to the woods? Because I know what bum number one does with people he invites out to the woods.
Oh, you've seen it before, yeah, for sure.
I've seen it before. So like they're in Make-A-Wish, like I'm gonna get my character put into Elder Scrolls 6. Like that sounds fun, little Timmy. Why don't you come with me to the Georgia woods? And then you invite them out there, you murder them, and then you go to their hospital bed. And then Bethesda shows up the next morning. It's like, we're gonna motion capture you so you could be in the Elder Scrolls game. You're like, yeah, that sounds great, Mr. Bethesda software man. And they motion capture you, and then you, bum number one, after murdering this cancer person.
But he's alive. So I didn't murder him. If they're alive, I'm not dead. I thought I murdered them. If they're murdered, they're dead, right? How are they in a hospital?
No, you told them to follow you to the woods.
Right, yeah, and I murdered them.
You visit them first. The thing is,
I visited them first. Okay,
so, okay. Here's what happens.
All right.
You find out through, I don't know, subterfuge or something.
Through the fucking Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Yeah, so you find out that they're about to visit this kid and tell him that he's going to be in Elder Scrolls 6. You beat them to the punch. You go there first and say, guess what?
You're gonna be in Elder Scrolls 6. Yeah.
But you gotta come to the woods with me for a little bit.
Gotta go to
and,
the
then
woods.
and then you invite them.
Then they get invited, and then their body gets hidden, and they're never heard of again.
And then you take his place basically in the hospital bed, back at the hospital.
And
yeah,
magically
and then when they come,
cured. That doctor goes
come,
on to be a hero.
And when they come by, when Bethesda comes by to do the body scan for your face and stuff to be in the game, it's you, bum number 1.
Wow. Yep. Exactly.
And
that's
then you're in the
perfect.
game.
That's how you can get in. It's a
That's
life
how
hack.
you
That's
can
the
get
second
in.
life hack that we've gotten on here that's really good.
What was the first life hack?
It was not as good as that one.
I remember it being pretty good, but
It was your life hack.
I'm too drunk because I don't remember. I remember liking it and thinking it was good, but I can't remember what it was.
So if you
I have to
ever,
rewatch
if you
the
ever
VOD.
thought, well,
I'm gonna have to go back and watch the VOD.
I really want to have the worst Final Fantasy game on my Magic the Gathering playing cards. If you ever thought that was something that needed to happen, well, look no further. There's now a bunch of fucking Final Fantasy Magic cards. That's right.
Do they have Knights of the Round Table?
They might. They might. They have cards such as this one here. And they've got
Is it called
many
Kill
different
Aerith?
many different decks. They've got commanders decks, and they've got fucking booster packs, and it's Magic the Gathering, guys. That's what it is. And there already is a TCG for Final Fantasy. It's its own thing. It's like this huge amount of them, and it's very popular in Japan. Obviously, TCGs are more popular in Japan in general.
What is a TCG?
A tradable card game.
Oh. Okay. What if you don't trade it? Is it still tradable?
Yeah, you can still, you have the ability to trade it. You just don't. You don't have to. It's not.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's an option.
If it was mandatory, I wouldn't like that.
But anyway, did you play Magic as a kid?
I did play Magic for a while, yes.
Yeah, I played the shit out of Magic. I loved that. I thought it was great.
But I moved on to other card games that were less complicated.
I mean,
I played Overpower for Marvel when I was very young.
as a kid, I would have wanted all of these. I would have wanted all the Final Fantasy ones.
There was a Marvel battle game like Magic the Gathering called Overpower. And I played that because I was into comic books, so I like that merging of comic books and the Magic the Gathering type gameplay. So I went for Overpower.
I see. This is actually official, though. You can mix these with other Magic the Gathering cards.
I know people don't play Overpower anymore, but although Marvel has a sort of Magic the Gathering type game called Snap, right?
There's a bunch of type games. I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh's out there, Pokemon's out there.
No, but I'm saying Marvel now has one that's called Snap. That's I think is similar, but I don't know. I don't know much about it. I think it's a card-based Marvel combat game.
Magic
I
and
played the
Pokemon
original.
will forever be the top two TCGs, and Magic's gonna be number one. I'm pretty sure. Now,
So where does Overpower fit into there?
it doesn't. It doesn't fit. I'm
Oh.
sorry.
Too bad.
Yeah, no.
Because I used to play a card called Clobberin' Time that the Thing could use. The Thing is a character, he's from the Fantastic Four. We're about to play Zelda, right? Look at the Zelda overview map.
No, this is Dota, actually. This is Dota 2. Dota 2 is getting updated as well this week. This is the week of updates, and the Dota 2 update involves flooding and currents being added to the water systems in the map. You've got your water in the middle of the map you've always had, but now there's all kinds of water all over the place in this map. And apparently the current of the river will push or pull your heroes, making for a different style of competition than we've seen in Dota before.
So they have kayaking in Dota now?
It's not kayaking per se. It's river currents and flooding.
Is it biblical floods?
No, no, it's like your front door has water on it, floods.
All right. Well, you're the Dota master. You tell me, are you going back to playing Dota now?
No, this is not big enough for me to go back to playing Dota. However, this is significant. This is a very big map change, and it's definitely going to change the way that these fights happen. I'm truly curious about it, but I don't think I'm going to actually be able to play it. We play Pokemon Unite. It's got a shorter time.
You still play that?
Yeah, it's a fun game. Kyle plays it all the time. I play it with her sometimes too. So then,
I never play the Switch anymore. Are you getting the Switch too in April?
Fuck yeah, I'm getting the Switch too. There are concerns now though, ahead of the April tool reveal when we got the U.S. tariffs on Chinese imports and the impact on the pricing of the Nintendo Switch 2, because the retailers and everyone trying to get all the logistics involved with this launch done, we still don't know if there's going to be this additional cost on these imports. The Switch 2 is not exclusively manufactured in China. It's also made in Vietnam and Cambodia. But the price and release date is revealed on April 2nd, as you know. So the Nintendo earnings call is saying that they are concerned about this, and that there still is not going to be a definitive price until that date, because they want him to get his decision making regarding these tariffs completed. That is that news. What do you got? Are you gonna buy a Switch? I don't give a shit how much it costs. I'm buying it if it costs $1,000. So that's where I'm at on that.
Probably. Yeah.
I mean, they've got.
I still don't know what I want it for, to be honest, but it's like, what, I'm not gonna buy the Switch 2? I mean, come on.
No, I'm buying it. Like, there's no way I'm not buying that. So it's.
I don't know the reason why. I'm hoping they reveal why is the reason I'm buying the Switch 2.
The reason why is because it's going to be backwards compatible, and all your Nintendo account digital downloads will be on it. So yeah, that's good enough for me.
Yeah, but what game? Like, I've heard, like, for instance, like Rockstar is going to try to have Grand Theft Auto 6 playable on it.
That'll be tough, but yeah, they might be able to. If it's got that good a processor in it, that'd be awesome.
Well, the idea is that to get this,
I mean, all
Nintendo
I want
console as close to the regular PS5 Pro as possible.
They don't have to.
PS5 as possible.
They don't have to do much to make me buy this console, right? Like, they could just release Mario Maker 3 and I'd be done.
Will they?
I don't know. We don't know that, but they could, and that would be enough. Another Fire Emblem game. If they give me another 2D Mario or 3D Mario platformer, I'm sure they're going to do that. The new Mario Kart game is going to be great to have. They can't go wrong. They never have. So they will be fine. And just the portability and everything about it is fantastic. I'm sure Pokemon...
I don't care about the portability is the issue.
Yeah,
I don't live someplace where I'm like sitting on a bus or a train or some shit to play a game console. I don't get why there's so many people my age who care about portability.
Yeah, I know.
Who the fuck cares? I really don't care.
I totally agree, but the thing is, they do care, and what happens, Bite Binge, if we end up pandering to these bastards, what happens is we end up having separate consoles for them, and we end up having games that release exclusively on portability, and that is unacceptable. So for now, let's be happy.
They have two versions of the same game. They could have one that runs.
They could, but they don't. That's the problem. They don't, though.
I know, but they should get there. Here's what I imagine: Nintendo should have a game when you have it docked. The dock adds additional processing and shit, and actually makes the game run better on your television. And then when you undock it, it's portable, but it's gonna run a little worse. And that's where they need to get.
That's what they're
That's
doing
my
now.
opinion. Because if you just have a 1-to-1 ratio on the graphics of docked versus undocked, you're restricting your audience who doesn't give a shit about the portability aspect of it.
True.
And I think for this, Switch 3 or
But
whatever,
that is how the
they need to
current
focus
Switch
on
works,
that.
though.
They need to focus on docking, adding additional graphical capability, and
Agreed.
like getting a little bit of a worse experience playing it on the travel version of it where it's just on the screen, and not so the dock needs to become something that does more than just taking the signal from the device and putting it on your television. It's got to add graphical capability. They're not doing that on the Switch 2, but they should. If they're going to survive, they need to make it to where there's two worlds, the portable world, and they have to beat the Steam Deck. So I know the Steam Deck is going to eating into them a little bit, but I'm sure Nintendo could beat Steam if they add the fact that when you dock it, it like doubles the fucking processing power and shit. I feel like that's the future of like the Switch 3. That's just how I think they should go, but I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, as you know, I don't like portable consoles at all. So I prefer them to keep everything together just like this. I like the idea of the damn screen being on the system. That way I don't miss out on games. That's really what it is for me. I hate it when it's a Nintendo DS exclusive release bullshit thing. I won't play it. I won't do it. I won't look at some squinty ass little screen. I'm fucking too old for that shit. So that's how I feel about that shit. And I don't believe the tariffs are going to make a goddamn bit of difference to me at all. As far as
what?
I lost my thoughts. Excuse me.
So what do you think about the news that Nintendo's gonna be able to have an attachment on the Joy-Con to make it a mouse, so you can put like Civilization 7 or something on it, and you
That
could like.
sounds pretty wild.
Do you think that'll work well?
Nah.
What?
No, I don't think that'll work well.
I don't know if the market is there. Like, how many people are gonna play their Nintendo Switch on a desk? Like, if you're at a desk, why wouldn't you just have a computer? You might as well just play the computer version of it. I don't think there's gonna be a big market for using the Joy-Con as a mouse. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't think there is. No, I'm with you on that. I don't think there's going to be a lot.
I mean, it's an interesting novelty for some people, and yeah, I'll try it just to see what it's like. But I mean, how often am I really gonna care? I'm gonna travel with my Switch. I'm gonna like sit at a desk situation and try to use my Joy-Con as a mouse. I doubt it.
All right, so Sea of Thieves has got another update. This is the week of updates, by the way, if you didn't realize.
I guess I'm starting to.
Sea of Thieves has fucking added giant leviathans into the ocean with their season 15. Yeah, 15. Wild Things update.
Are those quarterly?
Hmm? The seasons?
Yeah, are the seasons quarterly
I
or
think,
semi-annual?
I think they're either semi-annual or annual. I would
Well,
say
obviously the game hasn't been out for 15 years.
No,
Did it come out in
has not
2010?
been- I would say it was about. I think it's been around 7 or 8 years.
Okay, so obviously it's not annual.
Really sounds right. 2010 sounds right.
You think it came out 2010?
That sounds close. Yeah. Okay, so
Let's see. I'm gonna Jamie this up.
Yeah, do it. Find out when that was done.
If my keyboard works.
keyboard is like low on battery, unfortunately. So it like doesn't respond well. Let's go. Okay. Oh, it's still messed up. I can't do it. It's not responsive. See, no. Yeah, it's not going well. My keyboard like doesn't respond for like the first 3 pushes. So you're gonna have to do it. I can't. My keyboard's fucked
Well,
up.
unfortunately, I can't do it either. So we're just not going to know when the Sea of Thieves game came out. It's been a long time. They're adding all of these sea creatures in Season 15. That's a lot of fucking seasons for a game that for the first 2 years didn't even have seasons. So...
It was released on 2018.
2018, so it was... No, really?
Sea of Thieves is a 2018 action-adventure game developed by Rare and published by Xbox.
Damn.
2018. You don't believe me?
It doesn't feel right. That doesn't feel right.
That's what it says. I'm on Wikipedia too. It says the same thing. 2018. It's a 7-year-old game, so it's got to be semi-annual or whatever.
Yeah, it's got to be
Right?
semi-annual. Yeah, well, close to that anyway. It's probably quarterly, man, because there was 2 years where there were no seasons.
Why would that be?
They didn't do seasons.
What did they do?
They were just improving the game.
All right.
But, like, that's when Yuna was born, and I just don't remember playing Sea of Thieves at all during her first year of being alive. I remember playing it before that. So this is weird. But whatever. Anyway, fuck that. That doesn't fucking matter. Alright. What else we got here?
Well, yeah, I gotta go get more drinks and I'll be back. But
Alright, go.
I will be back.
There's not too much left. We could talk about this, but I want to talk about the other thing. Let's talk about that. If we can. He's gonna take for goddamn ever. We need to have like a game that I can play when he leaves. Oh God, you'll be fucking dead by the morning. Don't do that. Don't play that game. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes, Nasty Maddie. Make sure if you play a game, don't do something like drink every time the bite bench fucking takes a shit. It's not what you want to do. If you do something, you gotta measure out how that's gonna be first, or you're gonna wind up on the floor. Mario's sad about it. Look at him. He's sad. Yeah, definitely watched the Mario movie. She loved this fucking movie. This movie was great. Comes 100% recommended by me. Obviously, all the hype is worn off. It's a couple of years old now. The new one's coming out, though, this year. So that should be cool. The records that were broken by the original Mario movie were moving. It was great to see Frozen get absolutely shat all over. It was beautiful, and yeah, loved watching it for sure. This is some sad news with this particular news with Mario movie here, and that is that the Mario movie's global box office record has been broken by Nisha 2, which is a Chinese movie. So it's a movie that I don't believe is even... I've never even fucking heard of it until today. But... Nisha 2 is a animated movie from China. It reminds me of that Elemental movie. Yeah, Nisha is a Chinese movie. But anyway, it beat the crap out of the Mario movie, which kind of sucks. But they also have a third of the fucking population of the Earth, so guess what? They get to win these things. That's how it works. Unless we can get them interested in our shit, they will win all of those contests. All of them. We have to understand that. I think there's some humbling that needs to be done. And an unfortunate realization that will come in the next decade. That there are a shit ton of Chinese people. When I say a shit ton, I do not say that lightly. It is a shit ton. You could not get enough fucking cars and trucks to shovel that many people around.
Back.
Welcome back, you bitch. I was just talking about China.
What did they do this time?
They, with Ninja 2, have beaten Mario, the animated movie, and Frozen and Frozen 2 respectively, in the box offices globally as the most popular global animated movie of all time.
What is the movie?
Ninja 2.
What is Ninja 2?
It's a Chinese movie.
Is it any good?
I've not watched it.
Is it Amnesia?
No, it's not. It's Ninja 2.
So they forgot the first couple of phonemes of the word.
Honestly, I'm probably not pronouncing it correctly. I don't speak Chinese.
I can speak Chinese. You want to hear?
Oh my god, yes.
All right, here we go. Yin chong chong, yin xing qing, yin chong jing chong, yin ching jing
You
chong.
ching chonged.
chong.
You ching chonged. You did. You ching chonged. You ching chonged.
Yin chong ching.
Alright, we're done with you chinged again. Alright, that's it. I've heard
Yin
enough.
ching
I've
chong.
heard enough. When you ching chonged, that was all I needed. When you did, When you do your Japanese impression, you don't ching chong. Like, you ching chonged. I thought that was interesting.
What's wrong with ching chonging?
I just thought that it was the most. You did it. You went for it. You went for the most obvious possible syllables that could be uttered that don't mean anything in Chinese.
If you say so. That was pure Chinese. Cantonese.
Pure. It was Mandarin, yes, I'm sure. Anyway. Good fucking lord.
You asked for it.
Did I? Did I ask for it?
Yeah, I said, like, I'm going to do this. And you're like, you should do it. And then I did. That's what happened. So basically, you let it happen. So what is this? Fortnite? What is happening? Why aren't they playing Quake Arena?
Well, hopefully we're going to watch something here. All right.
No way. That sounds complicated. From an audio video standpoint, there's no way we'll watch anything.
It's possible we could watch it. We'll see. So, Epic Games took legal action and made one of the people who was participating in their Fortnite championships post an apology video for cheating on their game in a tournament. That developer is also going to donate the players' unfair prize money to charity.
Oh, wait. I know the story, and you're presenting it unfairly, which is...
It's Repulse God. Okay, go ahead.
So the qualifying event for getting into the tournament is what he cheated on. He didn't cheat in the tournament. So there's these...
Okay, so Repulse God, it was during... the FNCS Fortnite Championship Series. You're saying it was during the qualifiers? That's still the tournament.
I know, but I'm saying the tournament he played. But the thing is, like, there's like all these qualifying like games you have to play.
Yeah, of course.
To even be qualified for it. And because he didn't have time to do all the qualifying games, he got someone else to play some of them. And obviously they got some sort of win ratio logging into his account. But when he played the actual tournament, he played. But he got caught in that a different IP or whatever, they did some investigation. And someone else in the qualifying games had played for him so that he could compete.
Yeah, it was unfair qualification.
Am I wrong? Or is that what happened? Because you seem like you had a different take on it, because I've read this story.
Well, let's watch the video. That's the point.
Okay, go ahead. You know what I mean? My news aggregate has gaming stories, so I read these things. I'm reading about Fortnite. Not that I care about Fortnite, but... because I don't. I really don't care about Fortnite. I also
don't care about Fortnite. It's very similar to PUBG.
And so will Night Rain be, right? Elden Ring Night Rain. Just like PUBG. You experienced it. You played it. Elden Ring Night Rain. That's what this dumb
before
dumb
we
guy
dive
across
into
from
the
me
latest
he played it,
Fortnite controversy, don't forget to
stares
hit
at
that
a
like
screen,
button and subscribe to the channel
ignoring
for
the world
more
around him.
gaming news and updates.
That's what he did. And then I
Epic
turned
Games
into
has
a
made
black
bold
box.
move in tackling cheating.
Because that's what I like to do.
Battle
love
Royale
being a
game,
black box.
Fortnite, a player identified as Morgan Bamford, also known as Repulse God, was found to have cheated in the Fortnite Championship Series. They take
I want that video. I don't
cheating
want
very
this.
seriously and will take action against offenders.
That was not it.
I hope not. You're failing.
Okay, so a former Fortnite pro player and tournament winner was ousted as a cheat. Fortnite Champion Series Major 3, Chapter 4, Season 3, Oceanic. Fortnite cheating apology video before, albeit a much more emotive one. But to seemingly be forced to publish a video to your YouTube account via court order, that shit is next level. And in the comments of that video that's now sitting at over 300,000 views, people seem to be having a laugh.
I totally had this video queued up, and I am not able to find it. It's how this always seems to work.
Maybe it was never meant to be viewed. Move on to the next thing. You don't need to spend so much time on this. Staring at your screen for like 4 minutes straight. Let me just move on.
You are much worse when you go get your drink, man.
You mean I'm not good at entertaining people when I'm absent? Is that what you're saying? That's a good thing, right?
Alright, we are going to skip, though. We are going to skip watching that, since I don't fucking know.
I am really bad at entertaining people when I'm absent. That's true.
There's not much left. Dr. Disrespect was once again trying to get back onto Twitch. Twitch re-releasing new community guidelines and standards. And within the timing of that happening, the Doc Disrespect, whatever the fucking beam name is, I don't fucking know, is requesting Twitch reevaluate his status as totally banned. Do you think he's gonna get back into Twitch? He's already on YouTube.
No.
You don't? Why not?
Because Jeffrey Bezos has a bald head. It's slippery. And I think basically he had a falling out with Dr. Disrespect with Jeff Bezos. There's no way that relationship can't be repaired. Have you seen what it's like hanging out with Jeff Bezos?
Yeah, that's pretty messed up. I agree.
Once you go into outer space with Jeff Bezos and you come back down, you'd think you'd have this like bonding experience, but instead just Bezos just like opens up champagne and sprays it in your face when you're trying to wax philosophical about how space and changes your trajectory on how you view the universe. And then he's like, oh yeah, is that true? And he pops open a champagne bottle and pops in your face. It says, woo! And it fizzes and explodes in your face. And that's what it's like hanging out with Jeff Bezos, basically. He has no concept of any kind of artistic, point of view of how the universe works. What it's like to think about how vulnerable we are as a human race out on Earth. You're telling about all this. His response is like turn the other direction 180. He's literally talking to fucking Captain Kirk. And he decides this is the right time to just disengage, disassociate from what this other guy's talking to you about and start popping champagne and fizzing it all over everyone's face they could see around him. It's more important than any kind of conversation about what it's like, about the fragility of life on Earth, what it's like to be human. That's Jeff Bezos.
Sounds wonderful. That's it for our show today. You may help guide us on what you'd like to do next. If you want to do anything next, we can raid out, or we can go ahead and play a game.
No, we need to raid. I mean, I'm really tired.
Understood.
Really long day.
It's been a hell of a day. I have to agree. Let's go ahead and raid out.
So middle-aged gamer is out, or we could do someone who is a random person who won't appreciate us, just so that we could feel like that person didn't know us at all, that we rated him with people.
Go ahead, do it. Just give me a target. Paste it in
Okay,
Chizzy,
okay,
in the
okay. Hold on.
Chizette.
Okay, I got someone. Okay. Coming back. Going back to your channel. Here we go. Oh, I put it in twice. Hold on. No. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. He's got 47 followers. Let's see if he appreciates this. But he's got his face. His mug is there.
Alright, you bitches. Thanks for fucking watching. Lick my balls.
All right. See ya.
See ya. Have a good night.